This problem is center of mass calculation. In the last class, we had seen the simple formulas of center of masses. Now, here in this problem, there are three mass particles like 100 grams, 150 grams, and 200 grams have been given, and which are placed at the vertices of the triangle, and each side of the triangle is 0.5 meters along. Now, how to solve this problem? First, we need to construct a picture. So, first triangle we need to construct. Each side is 0.5 meter. This is 0.5 meter, half meter long, and this is half meter long, and this has to be fixed in the frame of reference. This is x-axis and this is y-axis, and this is 0, 0 origin. Right now we need to locate the mass particles. The first one is 100 grams, second one is 150 grams, third one is 200 grams. Now we need to identify the coordinates of that 100 grams, which is M1. Locations are clearly known, 0, 0. This is x1, y1. Next, 150 grams. What are the locations? This is again 0.5 meter each side, 0.5, and it lies on the x-axis. So y coordinate is 0. So this is M2. Now you write it as x2 comma y2. Third one, 200 grams. What are the locations? This is one. This is exactly center of that one. Now we can write that x coordinate simply 0.25. What is this height y coordinate? Now this is, now we need to write it. Here it is equilateral triangle. This is 60 degrees. I apply sine 60 is equal to opposite side. Let us say I don't know, this height might be, let's say y. Sine 60 is equal to opposite side by hypotenuse 0.5. So what is this? Root 3 by 2 is equal to y into 2r. This is 0.5. How to write this one? Y is equal to 0.22 divided like 0.25 root 3. So this is 0.25 root 3. This is M3. Now x3, this is y3. So we now that M1, M2, M3, and we also now x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3. Simply substitute in the formula what already known. XCM, center of mass, XCM is equal to M1 x1, M2 x2, M3 x3 by total mass like M1 plus M2 plus M3. So substitute all that. M1 is 100 grams and x1 0, and M2 is 150 grams and x2 is 0.5, M3 is 200 grams, x3 which is 0.25 by 100 grams plus 150 grams plus 200 grams. So gram gets cancelled. We need not to convert into kgs because numerator grams are there, denominator grams are there. So we can cancel it, no issue. So 0 is there. Now after all doing calculations, total you will get approximately it is 5 by 18 meter. You have to do this 0, 150 into half 75, 200 into 1 by 4 50, 125, 125 by 450. You will do that, you will get it. Y coordinate center of mass is equal to m1 y1 plus m2 y2 plus m3 y3 by m1 plus m2 plus m3. Now m1 is 100, y1 is 0 already there, and m2 is 150 and y2 is again 0 and m3 is 200, so 0.25 by 100 plus 150 plus 200. After all doing calculations, now we'll get it as root 3 by 9 or 1 by 3 root 3 meters. So how to write the center of mass coordinates are center of mass coordinates are xcm comma ycm, which is equal to 5 by 18 by 1 by 3 root 3. This is a simple answer. So 5 somewhere it is on that coordinate. So this is a simple basic problem. We need to solve other problems also. And other example, to calculate center of mass, find the center of mass of a triangular lamina. Lamina is nothing but a sheet. So how to calculate is like center of mass. Let us simply observe like a triangle might be L, M, N. L, M. N. This is simply a triangle. Now further you need to divide into strips. Almost identify the midpoint over here, LM, and LN is a midpoint over here. Almost this you make a strip over here and other strip. Right, the midpoint of LM is R Q P. So MNP Q R. Right. Now how to move further, because the coordinates and sides are not given. Based on geometry, we will try to calculate center of mass. This is a thick sheet. Draw a line called as MQ. You know that this is called as median, and you Rn is other median. So the median Rn and median MQ, right? The coinciding point or intersecting point is this one. This is intersecting point. We'll say, let's say G. You observe that this is, now G is a center of mass location, right, which is called as centroid of the triangle. This is so simple formula. We are divided to sheets and drawing a median and intersecting point here. That point is called as center of mass. This problem again, to calculate the center of mass, find the center of mass of a uniform L-shaped lamina as thin flat plate with dimensions as shown. The mass of the lamina is 3 kg. Right? Now, how to calculate that? We'll say that the lamina can be divided into 3 strips. Each of strip can be 1 kg. So that 1 plus 1 plus 1, 3 kg. We'll see that. First, we try to write a coordinate axis. L-shaped lamina. So this is L shape. 1 kg, 1 kg, 1 kg. So this is 0, 0. X axis, Y axis. Right? This is center of mass location of first L shape, C1. Center of mass location, or if this is C1, if this is C2, you write this as C3. Now, how to identify the locations? If is 1 kg, we also divide into an equal length. This is 1 meter and 2 meter, 1 meter and 2 meter. Now, first we try to analyze the mass points and its locations. First one, M1 is a C1. Locations are, this is a location. X1, Y1, because if a block is considered, the entire mass said to be are coincided at this point. So those locations have to be taken as the mass locations may be treated as a simple mass point where it is concentrated at C1. X1, Y1. What is X1 here? Total will be 1. Now this will be half. This will be half. So 1 by 2. Total will be 1. Now this is half. M1 coordinates. M2 coordinates. This is a location. Now this is X. This is 1 plus 1 by 2. 3 by 2 X location. And this is vertically, it has half. M3 is, this is M3. So x coordinate is of, y coordinate is 3/2, right? M1, M2, M3. What is M1, M2, M3? M1, M2, M3 is equal to 1 kg. 1 kg. How to write the center of mass locations? X or XCM is equal to, there are three mass are there, M1 x1 plus M2 x2 plus M3 x3 by M1 plus M2 plus M3. M1 1 kg, x1 1/2. So this is, we can write it as 1 kg x1 y1, 1 kg x2 y2, 1 kg x3 y3. Now M2 1 x2 means this is 3/2 plus 1 x3 1/2 by 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. This is 3. 1/2 plus 1/2, what is that? 1. 1 plus 3/2. 1 plus 3/2, what is that? So 5/2. 5/2 by 3, 5/6. 5/6. Because we have taken meters, now this is meter. Similarly, y center of mass is equals to M1 y1 plus M2 y2 plus M3 y3 by M1 plus M2 plus M3. M1 is 1, y1, this y1, y2, y3. 1/2 plus M2, 1/2 plus M3, 1, 3/2 by 1 plus 1 plus 1. So again, this is, we will be having same 5/6 meters. So how do you understand and how do write? So XCM comma YCM are 5/6 meter comma 5/6 meter. This is answer location. 5/6, what is that? It is less than 1. X coordinate is less than 1, and this is also less than 1. Somewhere less than 1 means it's here. This is probably around this place. This will be having center of mass locations. Okay. Now the concept is center of gravity. In the last session, we have seen what is the center of mass. Generally, if a body is composed of several particles, the entire mass of the several particles concentrating at a particular point, or the entire mass of the particles concentrating at a point, which is called as center of mass. Now here, what is meant by center of gravity? Is a gravity means, you know, that is a weight concept. If a body is considered as several particles, particles having weights, now the entire weight of the particles coinciding or concentrating at a particular point is called center of gravity. We would write it as CG. Of course, on the earth surface, if the G value is same, the location of center of mass and center of gravity remains same. Generally, how to start the concept of center of gravity? Let's see that this is a simple book. Now, generally, with our simple finger, we used to balance it and we used to rotate it. And remove the finger, and suppose like a tip of pencil is there. Now, on the pencil, you made trial and error method and you choose a certain location so that it can be balanced. Right now, if you allow, it can be rotated. Now, if it is not rotated, that is called as rotational equilibrium. If it is balanced, it is not translated. This is called translated equilibrium. Right now, the net force and net torque both are zero, then body is said to be in completely equilibrium. So, what is meant by net force and what is meant by net torque? Let's simple analyze that a simple cardboard, irregular shape or particular shape cardboard is there, and several mass points are there. You choose M1, M2, M3, M4 like. Suppose if this is M1, now this is the weight which is called as M1G, and suppose this is M2, this is the weight which is acting M2G. So the total entire mass of the cardboard is this one. Let us say the entire weight can be M into G. Right? Now let's say that W1 is the first mass particle, W2 is the second mass particle, W3 is third mass, like several mass particles are considered M1G, this is M2G and M3G. So if you are balancing it, that is the force which is upward, which is called as a normal force. Now if it is not flying up and down, if it is not moving up and down, vertical equilibrium can be written as upward force N minus downward force total mg. So normal force which is equals to m into g. This is a vertical equilibrium, means it is not moving up and down. Second one, there may be, even it is not moving up and down, there may be a chance of rotation, might be a clockwise rotation or anti-clockwise rotation. This is clockwise and this is anti-clockwise rotation. Now for that, we need to understand that the equilibrium concept is net torque can be also zero. What is the torque actually? Torque is simply force into perpendicular distance. Force into perpendicular distance, or torque is equal to, in the vector notation we will come to know in the next sessions, R cross F. If the total torque is 0 and total force which is acting on it is 0, now body is in equilibrium. Body is in equilibrium. Right? When the body is in equilibrium, it means it is completely balanced. So the upward force, if you choose at this particular point where it is completely a point which is balancing, the entire weight is balanced. The entire weight is balanced. So then that point is called as CG, called as center of gravity. The location or a point where the entire weight is said to be concentrated is called as center of gravity. How to find out the locations? Similarly, you can choose same as a reference axis, like choosing number of particles and their weights, right? XCG, x coordinate of center of gravity, W1 and X1, W2, X2, W3, X3, so on, by total weight of the Body means individual weights of the particles sum. This is how to write this. M1g x1, M2g x2, M3g x3, so on by M1g plus M2g, M3g, so on. Of course, if you take g common, then you will get it as simply M1 x1 plus M2 x2 plus M3 x3 by M1 plus M2, which is equivalent to center of mass location. Center of mass location. Similarly, YCG, so center of gravity of y coordinate, we will write it as same x is replaced with y, we will write it as M1 y1 plus M2 y2, so on by M1 plus M2, which is equal to again YCM. This is XCM. So generally we do the experiments on the earth surface. On the earth surface, the G value is not altered. G value is not, that's what I am not taking, or I have not taken G1, G2, G3. Suppose if you measure on the one planet another planet, G value can be varied. But the experiments which are conducted on the earth surface, G value cannot be altered, so that the denominator and numerator G gets cancelled, which are the coordinates of center of mass. We obtained it. Now this is a problem like a 3 meter a long ladder. This is called as long ladder, 3 meters length of 20 kg, means weight 20 kg into 9.8, which gives 196.0 newtons. That is the weight of the ladder. And the frictionless wall, this is the wall, frictionless wall is there. So when it supports, this is one kind of reaction force F1. Its feet rest on the floor. This is called feet. 1 meter from the wall. This is wall actually. This is 1 meter from the wall. AC is 1 meter. Find the reaction forces of the wall and floor. This is the reaction force F1, and it is other reaction force which is acting on the floor. This is other force which is called as F2, right? Now the length of the ladder is 3 meters. This is 1 meter. What is this? So this is equal to 3 square minus 1 square. This is 9 minus 1, which is 8, which is called as 2 root 2 meters. This is a wall where the height of the wall where from the bottom point to where the ladder touches. Now this F2 is resolved into two components. This is one force. This is like F2 is a vector, and other one x component. This is divided into x component, and this is y component. Obviously this y component which is acting upward, This is called as a normal force. The entire ladder is not slipping. Of course, there is like friction. The floor is opposing the frictional type. Now this setup is in equilibrium, so we need to calculate the total forces. Sigma Fy, y directional forces, total y directional forces are 0. Means what are the y directional forces? This is upward force. Now this is a point, is a center point D. This is like 1.5 meter from the bottom, and from the 1.5 meter from top, the weight is acting downward. Always weight is mg, already we have calculated. So upward force is a normal force, downward force is weight n minus w, which is equal to 0. The normal force, which is equal to weight 196.0 newtons. This is the normal force. Now sigma Fy is over sigma Fx, x directional forces. What are the x directional forces? This right side is F is there, and left side F1 is there. So F minus F1. So this is set up in equilibrium. F minus F1 is equal to 0, and F is equal to F1. So we obtain two relations by this one: sigma Fx, sigma Fy. Now coming to rotational equilibrium. How to solve this rotational equilibrium? About point A, we will calculate about point A first. This is point A. Now at the point A, what are the forces and perpendicular distances that can be calculated? Now the first one, force into perpendicular distance. This force is F1, sorry F. This is perpendicular distance is wall. Force into perpendicular distance, F into perpendicular distance is 2 root 2 wall length, 2 root 2. And other one, force into perpendicular distance, other force is called weight downward. Weight downward. Now what is the perpendicular distance? The weight downward means perpendicular distance is half meter. Perpendicular distance is half meter, which is equal to 0. Here this is F into 2 root 2 is anti-clockwise torque. This is anti-clockwise torque, and at point D, this is called as a clockwise torque. Clockwise torque is becoming negative, anti-clockwise torque is positive. So F here, F and F1 are equal, then F1 into 2 root 2 minus of 196.0 into half is equals to 0. From this we will write it as F2 root 2 is equals to 98.0. From this F1 is equals to 34.6 newtons, where F1 is calculated. One reaction force is calculated. Now how to calculate F2? F2 is the vector which has x component is F and y component is n, so that you will write it as F square plus n square. F we calculated F or F1. What is that? F1 is 34.6 whole square, and we obtained normal force is again 196.0 whole square, which is now approximately we will take it as 199.0 newtons. So we calculated F1 is one reactional force, and we have calculated other reactional force where these are touching the wall and floor, right? Now how to calculate theta, which is making this axis, this is like theta, let's say theta, no issue. Then how to write tan theta is equal to y component of force is n, x component of force is f. Now theta is equal to tan inverse of n by f. Theta is equal to tan inverse of n by f. What is n actually? 196.0 by what is f? What is f? We have calculated it as 34.6. Approximately this theta is tan inverse of 4 root 2. Just you do calculation with calculator, just do work on it. Approximately 80 degrees. Of course this is not asked, only they asked in the problem is reaction forces of the wall and floor. Reaction force of the wall is F1 and the floor is this F2. F2 is a reactional force.